Trying to get to the ACC tournament. Virginia Tech trying to get to the NCAA tournament.
Taking care of business against the teams they needed to without the game against Florida State. That's the one they needed, so they cannot afford another.
There's a three for Avdalas. Mike Young runs such great offense. Jalen Bedford playing off 2 feet, no. Lawal with those pogo sticks for legs. And John's had some big moments here over the last couple of weeks. He played very well at Florida State. And then, of course, he had the winning tip-in against Wake. Hammond around the corner. Post entry. Hansberry got the positioning.
Very solid defensively. That has been their identity for most of the season. But when they have good balance to their offense and go inside like that to Kapke, they can be dangerous.
We just talked about it, how Kapke can do it on the interior against this Virginia Tech front line. Kapke coming off 18 on Saturday at Miami. It's one of his 3 biggest scoring games of the season. Avdalas. Bounce for Hansberry underneath. Donald Hand. Skipped it for Payne. Shot clock below 10. Payne on the drive to the bucket.
I like that.
Shoot. Loves coming off screens. Lawal turned it over. Fred Payne jams it.
Well, the one thing you're worried about, they played Miami and stayed in Miami, and sometimes...
So they played a 2 p.m. Eastern game on Saturday at Miami, and with spring break back on campus in Chestnut Hill, they just stayed down in Florida. Third three for Neo Avdalas.
That wide open like he's in the gym by himself. He's going to do that. Just drain 3.
Hokies by 6 in the first 9 minutes. Avdalas, step back again. Yes!
3 after 3. And Boston College made some adjustments. They got up in him a little bit.
Christian Gerdak, 6'10", freshman from West Virginia, set the screen. Shoot couldn't knock it down, but an offensive rebound. Tyler Johnson. Post entry, Gerdak finishes. Payne with a shot clock at 6. Taves triggers. Wide right, way off the mark. The Hokies run. Hansberry. Johnson. Yes, sir! For the Cougars off that trip to the national championship game last year. So Avdalas did stay in the game. Hansberry hoists and hits. On the repost, Avdalas, the hand, banging, drop step, soft touch. Yeah, 14 for Neo. Fred Payne's runner falls off, but Kapke cleans it up.
Well, that's good for Payne.
Since coming back from missing those 3 games with a right knee injury. Kapke on the drive on Hansberry, scores it.
Good pace.
Payne made the cut. Forte rescues it. Kapke hits a 3. Kapke off the shot fake. On the post up on Hansberry. Goes banging. Gets the roll.
Well, that's what we talked about earlier. Going at over dribbled. Should have pitched it back out to the perimeter.
Forte head of steam. Right down the lane for 2. Right now, outside looking in of the 15 teams who get there. Fred Payne in the lane. He's got 6 to go along with 5 rebounds. Who is going to deliver that on that side of the floor. 10-point margin here. Kapke. Yes, sir. Boden.
Well, a little pick and pop and a throwback to Cap. Good things have happened tonight for Boston College.
Payne nearly a takeaway. Lawal finishes. Hammond at the controls. Bedford spots up. Yes, sir. Forte. Dropped it off for Hastings in among the trees.
There's another guy that...
Forte. Hezzy on Hammond. Cleaned up by Payne.
And again, though, when BC's guards do a good job of getting into the gaps, dribble penetrating, finding angles, that's where they can really do a good job on the glass, because Virginia Tech has to rotate over it in help position.
It started with Forte there. Hammond knocks it down. Gerdak calling for it. gets it on Hastings. Carving out space, 2 and a foul for the freshman Christian Gerdak. So 13-point lead for Virginia Tech, and Chase Forte cuts into it.
Early in the first half, so let's see if that pays off.
Lawal lost it, got it back and flushed it on Shaw.
Jump. Always gets you, Mike.
Mismatch here, Hansberry going up on Taves. Kick out for Bedford. Yes, sir!
It all started because of the ball screen, and BC switched and find the mismatches that he wants.
We got Shaw on Avdalas, who can't hit. Lawal, 2 and a foul.
How about on the glass, and Lawal right now is just dominating on the interior and at all.
Lawal's up to 14 and 6. Kapke, gotta have it, and he knocks it down. Boden. Hammond left alone, and he hits. Hammond the pick. Lawal couldn't haul in the behind-the-back pass. BC with numbers. Payne attacks and lays it in. Hastings spinning on Lawal with the finish. Payne off the bounce. Blocked by Avdalas. Hand, Kapke, a 3, no. Payne on the second effort, got it to go with 14.6.
Their opportunity, and tonight they just took care of business, which is all they needed to do.
They finish out a win here, 72-63, and win on their home court and take down Boston College.